we are gonna be feeding cows with American Farmer with a Dewey's bale bed. He's gonna pick up the bales and load them onto the back. One bale down, we need another one. He's gonna back up, and like you saw in the other one, he's gonna use these tongs right here and get the next one. He's gonna back up and pick those up with the tongs. Let me show you, and they're gonna stack up on top of each other. He'll need to get it right in the middle, as close to the middle as he can. Now he's gonna back up and recenter for this one. Feed these to the cows. Let's go. So why do we roll the hay bale out for them instead of just set it there where they can eat it? There's not much difference, because I mean, if you're just rolling it out on the ground, it's spread out and they have to walk further to get more. Why do we have to roll it out?
Well, we try to roll it out because it does a couple different things. You know, especially if they got calves on them, it'll spread the hay out to where they lay in the hay and they get kind of some sunshine on their backs, and the cows will eat around them, and you can check your cows. And a lot of times, no matter what you do, if you put it in a bale ring or whatever, you're going to have moss and it'll get real muddy and nasty around there. Well, the calves will come up there and lay around the bale ring, and that's how you get a lot of sickness, because they're laying in poop and pee and everything else. So we just try to spread it out, and what you lose is about the same. And if you know, it goes into the ground right there instead of having to, you know, pile it all up, which we do anyway on some of the stuff. But basically it spreads out the nutrients a little bit and makes it, you know, makes them spread out a little bit. So that's kind of why we do it.
What type of sickness will the calves get?
Oh, they can get all kinds of sickness, just like you.
What type though?
Well, I mean, a couple years ago we had coccidiosis in the calves, and that was from the water and, you know, issues there. And we had oh gosh, they get all different types of pneumonia and stuff like that. I'm gonna get the gate.
Okay, so now we're gonna start rolling it out. We made it to the pasture.
I was trying to think of that other one that we got an outbreak of E. coli that one time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, that we lost a lot of them, and that's due to the bugs in the ground, and you know, some of it you can't. You would try to give them shots and ahead of time before they have the calves. Some of it you can't really tell if it's going to come, but we kind of lump them all together and we call it scours. Everybody calls it scours, but really it comes from the calves laying in a bunch of crap, you know, like this here. And we don't like that, so we try to roll it out. See, this is you can see where the hay's been rolled out for a long time, and that basically mulches the grass, so the grass has something to hold moisture when it starts up in the spring, and gives them an opportunity to eat it on a long line here, where they'll kind of spread out, maybe lay down, eat a little bit, and then what they don't eat goes in the ground. So that's kind of what our goal is. But we spend all year rolling up hay and feed, and we spend all winter rolling it right back out. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take you back there and I'll show you how we do that.
Okay, I'll get out and I'll show them what it looks like from the outside. We gotta cut the hay bale to get this net off. This net right here. That's so we have to unwrap that. So I have another question for him. Dad?
Yeah?
How do we know which way to roll the hay bale out, since, you know, the baler rolls it up one way? How do we know which way to roll it out?
Well, it's not always perfect, you know, but usually I'll kind of go like that. You can see where the stems are coming out. You can see they kind of point in that direction. And so that means when they're pointing in that direction, that's the way you roll it out, because it was rolled up the opposite way in the baler. So it rolls out real nice and smooth. If you go the other way, it'll just roll a little bit out, and then it'll you know, go for a ways, and then it'll roll more out, and it doesn't roll out as even. Kind of want it to roll out nice and even, so that the cows don't tromp it in the ground there, and you don't have a big mess of too much in one spot, because then the grass doesn't want to grow there. So you kind of got to be careful about how much hay you roll out in one spot. So if you look around here, do we have any hay laying here?
No, not really.
No, that's because we're trying to spread it out, spread their poop all over the field.
Oh, because then in the whatever time of year we'll come back and we'll collect their crap, and then we'll spread it out.
It'll just be spread out already. We don't have to do that, see?
Oh, so it's kind of like you get to cut off one job.
Yep, exactly. We're doing two jobs at once right here.
Sweet.
Here they come.
Okay, he's gonna roll it out now. It's a really nice thin line. It's like a layer of a bed basically. It's like what he said, the calves will get to lay on it. It's basically their bed. It's like a bed, like you can eat your bed. Okay, he's gonna turn around here, and we're gonna do this other bale in a different spot, like he said, so we can spread out their poop. same thing with this bale. See, he has to adjust in the middle more so it can roll out more even.
Up across there eating that. We fed them with the TMR wagon earlier today. They kind of got full, so now they're going to come over here and eat and lay around.
What do we put in the TMR wagon? I thought we put hay in the TMR wagon as well.
We put silage in there. We'll do that in a different video. We'll show them how we do that. But basically, yeah, he's came along here and fed them with that. And this is kind of like their
bed.
Yeah, their bed, and they eat that, and then they come over here and they take all that they eat over there and they spread it out over here. Here, pull this one out.
Okay. He was saying, we fed, I didn't know that we fed, but we fed with the TMR wagon first, and that has like all that silage and corn and some hay in it, so that's kind of like their main meal. This is kind of like their dessert. Oh, we're gonna hand roll this one out, sweet. Okay, we're gonna go get another 2 hay bales and then we're gonna head to the next pasture. So, I have another question. It kind of has 2 questions in one question. What are the disadvantages of this than doing it with a tractor? Because we used to do this with a tractor before we had
we still do it with a tractor, but it's only when it gets really wet. It's a lot faster to drive a pickup across here and feed. See, we'll feed 6 bales by the time you can do a couple of them with a tractor. It's a tractor's really nice for some reasons because it floats across the top of the mud. But with a pickup, we can go a lot faster if we can get around. We'll use a pickup to do that. But we're already feeding with a tractor over there, you know, that we fed with the mixer. So, you know, it works pretty good to do this and use the tractor for the other, and kind of spreads it out a little bit. And, you know, tractors cost a lot of money to run. People don't understand that. It costs a couple $100 at least, just an hour. You know, they have an hour meter on them, and it costs a couple $100, you know, in depreciation and everything else, because that tractor is very expensive to run. A pickup, I mean, this thing ain't real pretty looking.
Yeah. But also, can't a tractor carry more hay bales at a time than this can? It can carry like 3 or 4 depending on the tractor size.
Yeah, it could. It'd just be, like say, those tires, and you know, you running up and down the road, going to different places. Now, a lot of people in different states, they'll bring all their cattle home and put them in one spot and just feed them there in that one spot. And then they'll collect the manure, and then they'll send it out with machines and on the tractor, and they'll spread it out all over the fields. But see, this way, we're moving the cows around, and we feed them in the field, and so they do the spreading for us. So we don't have them all jam-packed into one spot. We got to drive a little further, but it's better this way for just the labor aspect, that we don't have to spread a bunch of manure. We still got to do some spreading of manure when we're doing calves and stuff, but not near if we took all those cows. Can you imagine what our place would look like if we took all of our cows and brought them home and fed them right there in one spot?
Well,
kind of muddy.
Number one, it'd be smelly, muddy, and loud.
That's right. So we're feeding out here on a nice day with a pickup, nice drive, and we don't have to spend money on a tractor. And the other thing too, people don't understand is tractor, you know, diesel down here gets real cold. It's not very easy to drive a tractor because they gel up. We don't get that good fuel they get up north. We use gas trucks for that reason, because this truck will start and it'll run, and it's kind of you know, it's a fail-safe for us to be able to use in bad weather. So when it's real cold, we'll use the pickup, because we don't want to get those tractors out there. Those expensive machines in the cold weather like that is pretty hard on them, you know. So
yeah. So we're gonna get another 2 more bales, and then we're gonna go to the next pasture and feed them. Let's go. Dad kicked me out for gate duty, so I had to do this gate.
drop hay for them, you'll see directly those calves. They'll come in there and they'll find a good spot to lay down in the hay, and it's kind of like making them a bed for today. And then mamas will come along there and they'll eat it right up. So like I say, up here we haven't had, normally when it's bad weather or whatever, we'll try to roll it out down there in the trees, you know, give them something to lay around under. But on a nice sunny day like this, I'm going to try to get them to come up here out of that mud. They've eaten their silage already, so this will be a good thing. So I'm going to get out and roll this out. We'll turn around, and I'll bet you those calves will be laying in that hay pretty quick.
Nice. Okay, let's do it. I saw some calves laying down in the hay. Let's look at them.
Me disseram que você passa por aqui. Estou a esperar seu sorriso brilhar, seu cabelo balançar.
I hope you enjoyed watching us feed with the Dewey's bale bed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.